My fiance and I got engaged in April and have been so excited about planning our wedding for next September. Before we even got engaged, his mother had been supportive, often teasing my fiance about proposing because his grandmother said it on her deathbed. LOL.
Love that
Love the
ally. Love that ally and grandma. She's like, I got you, girl.
yeah, she's like, before
One
I
last
die,
thing.
this, yeah.
Iconic.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, she was very excited in general. So when we did get engaged, we called her from Ireland to tell her that he had proposed. In the same breath as saying congratulations, she couldn't even finish her sentence before asking, "Can I go dress shopping with you? I only have two sons." Okay. At the same time, I thought it was innocent excitement coming through. Looking back, I should have known where it might lead. Even when we were leaving that trip, engaged for only 2 days, we told her that we had tentatively picked a city. We actually had already chosen the venue, but we didn't want to share it yet due to her tendency to voice strong opinions.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so they kind of knew it was coming.
Sure.
She immediately started complaining to family members about the location we chose. Oh, here we go. Months passed, and by June, Father's Day weekend, we had both sides of the family over. My parents, his grandpa, his mother, his aunt from his mom's side. During dinner, his mom starts asking me for the address to the venue. I asked why,
First of
as I'd
all,
art
yeah, Google Maps exists. If she already knew the venue at this point,
right, just look it.
look it
I feel
up.
like it's just to make a
It,
point, being like, "Tell
it
me this address."
is. My family, Irish Catholic, it's passive aggression is our second language. That's exactly what
Same here.
she wants to say something, but she's not gonna say it. So she's gonna ask you a weird question that she could easily like look up the information
Mm-hmm.
herself.
Yes. Oh my gosh, the passive aggression. Yes. I asked why because I'd already sent the information when we finalized the venue.
Yeah, right.
There we go. She said she deletes her text and didn't have it anymore. Okay.
That's
Who
just,
deletes their text?
first of all, not a mother of that specific age group. They're not deleting their texts. Second of
Oh,
all, you remember where it is. Like, are you in the CIA? Why are you deleting all your messages? That's
weird.
sketchy.
She wanted to visit the venue. I explained it's a private property, not open for tours, and even my fiance and I hadn't seen it in person yet. Instead of understanding, she doubled down. Just send me the address. It's fine. She
No,
kept,
it's actually not. It's not fine,
I,
actually.
I don't get the aggressive, like, she moved from passive to now she's aggressive. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
get that
usually how it
aggressive.
goes.
I'm telling you what's happening here. Like,
Right. Whose wedding is this? And all that that's going to do for most rational people, it just makes me not want to give you what you want. Even if I would have been inclined to do it before, now I'm definitely not going to. Like, I'll
yeah,
actively go out of my way to make sure you never get the address of the, I'll like censor it from all of your maps apps. That's how petty I am.
yeah. The day of the wedding, you'll have a car just pick you up and you'll be black.
Actually, though, oh wow, I'm so excited to see where this goes.
It's insane. So she kept pressing until the entire room was visibly uncomfortable. When I said no, she started making excuses like, "Well, how am I supposed to know where to book hotels? We were 15 months out from the wedding, and I'd already planned to arrange a room block closer to the date." I assured her
Right.
everything was nearby, but she continued to repeat, "Just send me the address. I'll drive by." Each
Okay,
time,
fiance needs to intervene. I'll say
that's what
that.
yeah, where is
Step
he?
in. Where's he at in the mix? He needs to
I,
step in and be like, hey, mom, you're doing that thing again.
yeah,
Knock it off.
it's time. I know you're a boy mom. Like, let's,
Right. And at first
yeah.
I thought I was on the mom's side because she asked if she could go dress shopping. I only have two sons. I'm like, felt
Yes.
girl. I want a daughter so bad if and when we have kids. So I understand that being top of mind. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. But this is not going the way that I thought it was going to go.
Yeah, it turned so quickly. Each time I said no, she came back with, "I might go in or I'll just pop by." She then pivoted to my bachelorette party, nudging my mom and saying, "Aren't you so happy we're going on our bachelorette trip?"
Oh no. We speak French now? What who's we? No. That's
Oh,
not.
what world is she living in?
And do you know the kind of things you talk about at bachelorette parties and often the activities and paraphernalia that you're wearing? I went to one, my best friend married my brother, and like it's bad enough sometimes hearing about your brother and his now wife's sex life. Like those are the things you talk about at bachelorette parties. Do you want to be hearing that about your son? It concerns me
Right.
that you might. From what I'm hearing,
I I feel like
maybe.
some mothers like this. don't care and they like want to be involved in that. This is even the weirdest story. I've heard so many where you're just like, boundaries. That's
Are
your
you into your
son.
son?
Yeah,
That's what I'm getting.
it's so weird. I was confused and said, oh no. At this point, I was so uncomfortable from the conversation earlier that I firmly told
Oh
her it
no,
wasn't
that's
happening.
so funny. Oh no.
Oh no.
That's hilarious. That's the best thing she could have said at that moment. I'm really proud of her.
Yeah. She brushed it off by saying, it's fine, we'll do our own thing. My mom, knowing my plans to take a trip with friends, fully supported me. Like,
Yeah, you'll
what?
do your own thing called You're Not Coming, babe. You'll
Yeah.
do your own thing called You're gonna go to Bridge and Bunko and hang out at your house like you would have been doing because you're not a part of this.
Yeah.
What? What's happening?
Oh my God, Bunko. I've not heard that name, that word in so long.
That came out of the far archives of my brain. Never have I once played a game of Bunko, but I
I
feel like
love
that's
that.
still very much in the scene.
Yeah. The day dragged on with her pushing topics like the china set from her deceased aunt and other things. That's a whole story.
Okay,
Um,
I'll hear more about the china. Like I'm listening.
what's going on with this?
I'll take some antique china. I'm not mad at that, to be clear.
Right? At one point, she had a bit to drink. She cornered me in the kitchen,
Mm.
completely unaware of how annoyed I was. She
Is
said,
this my ex-boyfriend's mom? Because I actually was thinking, I wonder if she's drinking. And then when you said that,
mm,
I'm like,
who wrote
is
this
this my
in? Yeah.
ex's mother?
Oh
This all
no.
sounds very familiar.
Well, I'm glad it's an X.
Uh, you and I both could not be
Story for another
happier.
time.
I thank my lucky stars every day.
Oh my God.
Trust me. Oh
Oh my
man.
God, I'm dead. Okay, so she cornered me in the kitchen and she said, aren't you just so happy I'm going to be your mother-in-law and not insert difficult family member here? So she's blocking a name out. I looked her in the eyes and said, I don't know if this is the person's real name. Barb, I'm okay right now, but if you keep pestering me about things, I'm going to the venue. I'm not going to be okay. I added, this is my boundary. She didn't seem to register it at the time, but oh, did she later?
Okay, therapy. I love
Yes,
that.
we love boundaries.
I would love if the fiance was setting some, and I'm annoyed on her behalf that she's having to do it all herself, but I'm very proud of her for saying that. That's not easy to
Yeah.
say to
Yeah.
someone.
Especially when you're being cornered because it sounds like she's alone with this mother. Why is no one
Yeah.
around?
And that's what they
Um,
do. I feel like people like this, they want to get you alone at your most vulnerable where you don't have a chance to really think things through. So
mm,
that's impressive thinking on your feet.
yeah. Yeah. I would be like shaking in my boots. I'd be like, is this actually happening right now? I'm that person
Right.
that in a scenario, I'm like, why is this happening? And then a minute later, I'm like, why didn't I say that? I should have said that. Or as I'm saying
Yeah.
it, I'm like, you know what? And boundaries. And then I'm like shaking and I'm like, damn it. Like I
That's
need to be
okay
better.
too. I'm like, oh, maybe we shouldn't have gone that hard. Maybe we take a deep breath. My yoga instructor's like, generate a response you feel powerful choosing. And I'm like, generate a response you feel powerful choosing when I'm like wanting to spout off.
Yeah.
So we all have our struggles. I
Yeah.
probably would have been like, yeah, I don't know, crazy family members sounding pretty good right about now. And like it
Yeah.
would have started a whole thing. So
Yeah. My fiance and I discussed how upset we were with the day. Okay, so now he's around and
okay.
how comfortable she had made things. He was very supportive and felt the same way. 2 days later, he called her to address it, telling her that her behavior was unfair and made everyone uncomfortable.
Yeah.
She exploded, saying, is this why I'm going to change her name again? Is this why Kelly doesn't like me? And hung up. She then gave us a
Kelly's the
silent,
fiance, right? Like the
yes,
bride.
the girl that wrote the story. Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
What gave it away?
Yeah.
Like by you acting a psycho.
So it's so funny because like mother-in-laws like this, a level of awareness, they get there, right? They get, oh, Kelly doesn't like me, but they don't see any of the lead up to anything they could have done. They look at it as a spontaneous event. And all of a sudden, she didn't like me. And it's like, are you
Mhm.
forgetting the 100 things you did before she reacted the one
Yes.
time?
Or the time that they finally like snap back. They're so mean. I
Uh-huh.
didn't do anything wrong. And it's like that was like the story I read yesterday. I'm like, oh my God, this victim mentality of like, why would she say that to me? I'm just your mom. I just care so much. It's like, no, that was not the full story.
No, because if you cared, you would be like, oh my God, I hurt your feelings. Crap.
Mhm.
I'm so sorry about that. That's a
Yeah.
normal way to, dude, can you imagine like if someone called you and was like, hey, at our engagement party, you made us feel bad and sad and whatever, like you would be horrified because you're a normal
Oh my
person.
God. Yeah.
Imagine like blaming it
Like, that's why they
on
don't
someone
like me?
else.
Oh my God. What? I don't understand.
And if she had been like, oh, that's why she doesn't like me, that would be like such a different thing. Like, oh, okay. I didn't
Your
realize how
tone.
annoying I was being. Noted. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like
Won't do it again.
sometimes you need a little kick in the ass to go, oh, I'm like acting a weird way.
Yeah.
But that's wild. And then to hang up, I don't believe in hanging up the phone, especially on your own son.
Right.
Like,
This is
oh,
a long
I
one.
love this. Sorry,
Um,
Kelly, but I'm living for
this
this.
is crazy.